Welcome to Learn Options to Earn.
So to build your own strategies, option geeks you need to learn. So without option geeks, building a strategy and validating whether the strategy will work or it won't work, that is very difficult to evaluate. So only way is you have to apply that strategy in the actual market, either paper trading or with actual money. Then only you will come to know that specific strategy will work or not. And the another problem is none of the strategies will work all the times. So few strategies will give good returns in specific market conditions, and it will also fail during some different scenarios. So if you take any strategy, that is the case. So you can't keep on changing the strategies, keep on testing. At some point in time, that will fail. Again, you will change the strategy. So instead of doing that, you learn option Greeks and you build your option strategies on your own. You test it, even that you no need to back test. It's everything is a mathematically, theoretically you can evaluate on your own and you can apply those things in actual market. So for that reason, I kept this option Greeks as part of this course. Let's go to one by one. The first one is delta. What is delta? The expected change in the options price for each 1 rupee change in the underlying asset value. Suppose my stock price is 100 rupees. If my stock price goes up by 1 rupee, if it becomes 101, what is my call option price? What is my put option price? How much it will vary? That how much is the delta? Okay, the expected change in the options price for each 1 rupee change in the underlying asset. First, I'll go through this entire theory part, then I'll show you in different Excel sheet. Because this is for you, or this is the reference. This document I will share it at the end. You can refer all these definitions. Delta. For example, the underlying stock is at 100 rupees, 28 days before expiry, and IV is 30. So throughout these options Greeks, I will take this example. Okay, underlying price is 100 rupees, 28 days before expiry, and IV is 30%. If underlying price at 100 rupees strike price, call option is trading at 3.7 rupees. And if the underlying price is 101 and 100 rupees call option price is how much? It will be 4.7. Let's go one by one. Will it be 2.7 rupees or 3.7 same price, or 4.7 1 rupee it will increase, or it's somewhere around 4.2725? So how do you know? This one, delta value will tell you for every 1 rupee change, what is my options price change. So here in this case, the delta is 0.55. So based on that, the answer D, 4.25, it will become 4.25. Let's go to the same for put option. Same scenario, and sorry, not put option. If the price is going down by 1 rupee, suppose here also the same scenario. For example, underlying stock is trading at 100 rupees and 28 days before expiry, and IV is 30%. IV is 30%. Underlying price 100 rupees. 100 rupees call option is trading at 3.7, and underlying price goes down by 1 rupee, 99 rupees, and 100 rupees call option price will be, is it 2.7, 3.7, 4.7, or 3.17? So here same, the delta for 100 call option is 0.55. So the price will decrease by 0.55, not 1 rupee. So the price is 3.17. I think you all know that if the market price goes up, call option price will go up. And if the market price goes down, call option price will go down. But how much it will go down, that is determined by delta. Let me go to Excel sheet. This Excel sheet, I will share it to all the participants. Okay, let's take this example. So here in this column, underlying price is 100 rupees 28 days left before expiry, and 30% is the historical volatility or implied volatility. In this case, here you need to fill the number of quantity. It's one quantity I kept, and here the type call or put you need to mention, or you can mention CRP, and the strike price, 100 rupees strike price. This is the calculated premium, 3.7. Now I will change few parameters in this, and you will come to know. Here, if you see, these are the option Greeks. Delta is 0.55, and all other things we'll discuss later. So delta 0.55 means what? If the market price goes up by 1 rupee, my 3.7 options premium will become 4.27. Right. So it is increased by 0.57. But actually there I mentioned 0.55, right? But it's slightly more than that. Why that one? I will explain again next slide. So roughly it's 0.55. Again, from here, if one more rupee change, if it becomes 1 or 2, what is my premium? You need to add this delta, 4.27 plus 60 paisa, 4.87. Let me change this. So here also slightly more than the expected value. It's in that range. Suppose if again I'm resetting back to 100, it's 3.7. I'll reduce this to 99. So it has to reduce by 55 paisa. That time it will become 3.15. Yeah, it's roughly around that, 3.17. So the delta will tell you for each and every 1 rupee change, what is the change in my option price? That is delta. Let's go back to the slide. And the next option is gamma, that is delta risk. The expected change in delta of an option for 1 rupee change, 1 point change in the price of the underlying asset. So we all know that the stock price is not fixed, it will vary. And for that specific strike, delta value will be there. And that delta also is not fixed. For every 1 rupee change, delta also will change. That is gamma. How much of delta will change? That is gamma. For every 1 rupee change in the underlying price, what is the change in delta? And previous one is what is the change in the option price? That is delta. And what is the change in the delta? That is gamma. Gamma is the rate of change of delta. We'll go through few examples, then we'll go to the Excel sheet. For example, the underlying stock is trading at 100 rupees 28 days before expiry, and IV is 30%. And for my stock at 100 rupees strike price call option, delta is, we know, 0.55. And if the underlying price move to 101, what is my delta? Is it same 0.55 or 0.51 or 0.6 or 0.15? So the delta, the gamma is 0.05. That means we have to add this amount to delta. Now the delta will become 0.6. If 1 rupee change in underlying, my delta 0.5, my delta this 0.5, we have to add this amount. Okay. Now C is the correct answer. So my delta will be 0.6. Suppose if the price is going down by 99, 1 rupee. If the price is at 99 rupees. So what is my delta? Again, is it 0.55, 0.51, 0.60 or 1.5? So the gamma for this strike is 0.05. So it will reduce. So roughly it should be around 0.5. So my delta is 0.05 and gamma is 0.05. So we have to reduce. The price is falling down. So your delta also will reduce. That time 0.51. There's a slight difference. Again, it will change, right? So 0.50 or 51. There are few fractions. Might be here it should be 0.0476. Okay, it's rounded figures. Okay, yeah. Let me go through the Excel sheet. So here in the same example, I will reset this to 100. My underlying price 100. So 3.7 is the my options premium. 100 rupees call option strike price. Now here my delta is 0.55 and gamma is 0.05. So these are derived values based on all these values, your underlying, your number of days left to expiry and implied volatility, and your strike price. Using all these parameters, the options price will come. In that, the delta, all these portions will be calculated. Okay. Now here gamma is 0.05. So if I increase my underlying price, if it goes up by 1 rupee, if it goes to 101, my 0.55 will become 0.6 because this gamma is added. So this one also not fixed. Every 1 rupee change, the delta also will change. If it goes down by 99 rupees, previously 0.55, now it become 0.51. Again, if 1 more rupee change, again 0.5 it reduced 0.46. So these things are very important when you are building delta neutral strategy. Let's move to the next one. The next one is very important, that is theta, time decay, time risk. The expected decay in the options price for each one calendar day that passes. That is, the time value portion of the options price decays as the expiration date approaches. I hope you all know the options price is having different two components. Let me explain that for new people. The options price is having two values. One is intrinsic value and time value. Let's take, for example, call option, strike price 100, 95 call option, 95 rupees call option, we'll call it as in the money. If the price is 6.85, in that the intrinsic value is 5 rupees and time value is 1.85. That means by end of the expiry, if the stock is closing at 100 rupees, for sure you will get this intrinsic value. All this time value will become 0. So it's not like the 6.85 will become 0. So this is one you need to understand. The only time value will become 0 with time. And 100 rupees call option is at the money, is trading at 3.7. In this, intrinsic value is 0 and time value is 3.7. This will become 0 by expiry. If it's a 105 call option, if you take, if the price is 1.7, intrinsic value is 0 and time value is 1.7. So for all the out of the money call options, only time value will be there. There is no intrinsic value. All the out of the money call options will become 0 on expiry. All the in the money call options, you will get the intrinsic value. Suppose if you take 90 rupees call option, you will get 10 rupees as the intrinsic value on expiry. Let's take example of put option also. 105 rupees will become in the money for put option. In case of call option, 105 is out of the money, and for puts it's in the money. 5.9 rupees. In this, intrinsic value is 5 rupees and time value is 0.9. And 100 rupees put option is at the money 2.95 and time value is 2.95. There is no intrinsic value here. And 95 put option 1.15 trading, then time value will become 1.15, and here also no intrinsic value. So all at the money and out of the money call options, put options will have only time value that will become 0 by expiry. Now let's go back to our concept theta. Now we all know that time value will become 0, but how much it will decay per every calendar day that passes. I'm taking the same example. 28 days before expiry, 100 rupees call option is trading at 3.7. And 27 days before expiry, what is my option price? Is it same? After 1 day passes also 3.7 only? Because market is at same price, let's assume. Market is fixed. And is it 3.62, 4.0 or 3.0? Means 1 day passes every day, 1 day, 1 rupee it will reduce, or 30 paisa it will reduce, 70 paisa. How much it will reduce? So theta is 0.08. So every calendar day passes, it will reduce by 0.08. It will become 3.62. So if you sell any position today at 3.7, after 1 day, the price will come down to 3.62. So 8 paisa it will. And this one, the theta will increase exponentially. Towards the expiry, it will go up. Initially, starting of the month, it might be at 0.08. Might be after few days, it will become 0.1. After that, 0.2, 0.3. It will exponentially, it will increase the theta. Let's go to the Excel sheet. Yeah. Here, the next factor is we need to see time. Yeah. Let me reset this to original values. 100 rupees, 28 days before expiry. My options premium is 3.7. Let me reduce 1 day, 27 days before expiry. What is my options price? Here, if you see, the theta is 0.07. It's 3.62. Actually, 7 paisa reduced. It might be its round figure. It might be a little bit more than 0.075 something. So 3.62. If I reduce few more days, every day it will reduce actually. So 26 days, again it will reduce by 0.7. That time it will become 3.55. And let's say 10 days before expiry. That time, see, the theta is 0.11. See, 4 days before expiry, it's 0.17. So the theta also, it's exponentially increasing towards expiry. Let me see last day, 1 day before expiry, 0.33. So initially 28 days before, it's 0.07. Now 1 day before expiry, 0.33. So the most of the premium will be errored towards the expiry. Yeah, the next one is Vega. This is volatility risk. The expected change in the price of an option due to 1% increase in volatility. I think you all might be knowing the volatility, how it will vary. Every day, the market price goes up, goes down based on the volatility, and implied volatility will change. Usually, let's say, for example, if it's a 25, it will become 26 or 24. And if any news is there, then all of a sudden 25 will become 30. Or after the news, 30 will become 25 again. So this volatility will change. Is there any impact on the options prices? And if any impact is there, what is the change? If 1% change in the volatility, what is my options price change? That is Vega. So for the same example, here I had taken IV is 30. Suppose if IV is 30, 100 call option at the money is trading at 3.7. If the IV becomes 31 and 100 call option, what is the price? And here the price is same, which is trading at the same price, and time also 28 days. On the same day, suppose volatility increases by 1%. What is my options price? Will it be same, or it will reduce, or it will increase? 3.7, 3.81, 3.59, and 4. Here the Vega is 0.11. So it will increase. It's very simple how to remember how IV will impact. IV is directly proportional to options prices, whether it's a call or put. If IV increases, options premium will increase. If IV decreases, options premiums will decrease for both call and put options. So here, if you see my options price, what is changed? 28 days I need to put. Yeah, 28 days before expiry, it's a 3.7. What is the Vega? 0.11. And before 28 days before expiry only, but IV is increased to 31. Then what is my options premium? 3.81. How it is derived? The Vega, every 1% change in the IV, the options price will change by 0.11 here. Let's say this becomes suppose 40. So now my 3.7 will become 4.79, 1 rupee, 1.1 rupee increased. Suppose if it comes down by 20, it's 2.6. Previously premium is 3.7, now it is 2.6. So volatile IV is very important for options traders, and you should know how much is the premiums it will change for every 1% change. Might be you all might be observing nowadays the IV is very less and VIX also very less. If you people don't know what is difference between IV and VIX, IV is implied volatility for a specific stock or index. For every stock you have one IV, implied volatility, and same way for each and every strike price, call option, put options, you will have a different IVs. Similarly for Bank Nifty also there. So NSE, they took for all the Nifty call options, put options, different expiries together, they did some math and they created one index, that is VIX, volatility index for Nifty. So if the VIX increases, obviously it's directly proportional to any specific index or stocks. So if VIX increases, Nifty implied volatility will increase. If VIX decreases, actually it's other way. For a specific stock or index, if it goes down, VIX will come down. So VIX is just an index for Nifty. Don't treat that as for Bank Nifty and individual stocks. And that too, it's not for any specific strike price and all. It is based on the calculation. They will take all option strike prices and all different expiries they will take. Okay. Let's move. And the next one is rho. The expected change in the options price based on the full 1% change in the risk-free interest rate. And this rho is rarely used by options traders. So this one will depend on whenever the RBI is changing the interest rates. So based on that, it will change. But you can give low weightage to this parameter. Usually it's very less or very major, very small changes will be there. Usually like 25 basis points, they will change, right? And that too, every quarter they will change. So for that entire quarter, the value is fixed. So you can give low weightage to that. But based on that change, the options price will change. This is also one of the parameter. This I'm not showing any examples for this. It's a low priority.
I divided the course into two parts. The first one is options trading basics. I am offering this course at free of cost. And the next one is option strategies to earn consistent returns. For people those who know options trading can join option strategies course directly. To get more details about these courses, you can visit my website learnoptions2earn.in and enroll for these courses. The links are available in description. You can contact us any one of these channels: WhatsApp, email, Telegram and Facebook. What are you waiting for? You are one step away from earning consistent returns. Thank you for watching this video.